Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing a final impressions video. Wonderful. That's right, my friends. Today, I have returned to you, this time to wrap up my series on the Art Et La Matière collection from Guerlain. Very kindly sent to me by Eugene. Thank you, Eugene. That was very kind. So, I have done a number of videos sampling these fragrances, and I have picked out a few today which I may or may not go through one by one. How many is there here? 7. Oof, maybe not. There was 13 in all that Eugene very kindly sent me samples of, and I shall explain my thoughts about the line in general and the perfumes, and just have a little bit of a discussion. I don't think this will go on too long. So I tried each of these individually on paper, and I tried a few of them on skin actually, and there were a couple of surprises. I wasn't blown away by any of them. I am the one that I was really taken with at first and at length was this one, Neroli Outre Noir. Now, this has had a bit of hype. I'm going to spray this on skin. This has had a bit of hype. This is actually a lovely tea fragrance. To me, tea, a little white floral dry, a little bit hay-like, you know, airy, a little sweet. It's got a lot of good stuff going on, you know. That's what I like to smell. Unfortunately, for me, a lot of this falls into a lot of the line. These fragrances are majorly overpriced for what they are. They are good and nice perfumes, but you should not have to pay over £200 for 100ml. You should not have to pay £415, $500-ish for 200ml. You know? Again, this was probably my favourite, and it's like, it's got a lot of citrus at the top. It's extremely well made. It's a little smoky. It's got that neroli, white floral, crossing over into green leaf, herb kind of thing. And then some kind of like musky, benzoine, vanilla, almost Guerlain type thing in the base, which a lot of these share, you know. There's a sweetness in a lot of them. There's a freshness. They're all extremely competent and nicely made and pleasant, maybe with exception of which one are you again? Santal Pau Rosa, which just smelled cheap and nasty to me. Again, there's something I'm going to come on to afterwards, but the ones Eugene sent us are mostly the vintage versions, the ones that go for silly money on eBay. You know? Like, so these are like the real ones that I would want to smell, you know. And I was still not that taken with them. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. There are a lot of hype beasts here, such as Queer Beluga, Angelique Noir, Bois d'Harmonie, Spirituous Double Vanille, Rose Bar, Neroli Outre Noir also. You know, there's a lot of hype coming from these. I just no, not for me. You know, none of them wowed me to the point where I thought I've got to have a bottle of this. And I must admit, I was hoping that maybe one or two of them would. But it's been a good couple of weeks since I last smelled, since I finished doing the first impressions on these. And I've tried them all repeatedly. And to be honest with you, none of them grabbed us. None of them kind of felt like they did anything new or special or particularly interesting. I don't know if that's because maybe one of these or some of these perfumes did what they do for the first time and then other houses have come along and done it better, or whether they were just never that good in the first place. I don't know. But I've tried with these. I really have. One of the ones that I wanted to single out was this one, Spirituous Double Vanille. A lot of people said if you want a vanilla, this is the one to get. So, and I do want a good vanilla. I want a quality vanilla. I want a vanilla that is like something that's going to suit me and that I like. And this is very nice and it is very good, but it's very gourmand. It's very cake-like. That's a problem that vanilla has, you know. If a vanilla fan came to me and said, point me in the direction of the best vanilla, I would certainly tell them about Spirituous Double Vanille. And how it's light, fluffy, how it's ambery, but to me it's got that creamy, not powdery, but cakey. Cakey's the best way of putting it. And it feels bland, if I'm being honest. There's another one here, Tonka Imperial, which I think people have compared to Fève de la Suisse. And I had Fève de la Suisse. And I sold Fève de la Suisse. Because I don't really care for Tonka. I've got Pure Tonka by Mugler, which is going for silly prices now. I can't tell you that the stain, the mark that is left, outrageous. I think I actually prefer the Tonka Imperial, to be honest, to the Spirituous Double Vanille. Sorry if you're listening to my pronunciations and there are just shudders running down your spine. Again, this has that kind of cherry gourmand, almond kind of sweet, slightly dry Guerlain thing going on, you know. It's there's a little bit of, there's something not papery, but you know, like dry and brittle about it as well. Maybe like tobacco, like pipe tobacco or something. I don't know if these are too subtle for us. I don't know if they're just... They smell very early 20th century. Bland, designery almost. We'll try the Iris Ganache and the Iris Terrefi. I can never remember which one is the concretey one. There is one that has that kind of iris concrete sort of thing, but again, this is Iris Ganache. That's kind of florally, powdery sort of thing. That's more gourmandy, chocolatey. So I think it's the Terrefi, which I would have said was the gourmand one previously, but that's because Terrefi sounds like toffee. So don't listen to me. But yeah, the Iris Ganache, that's the gourmandy one. It's sweet, it's powdery, it's not, I don't want to say it's feminine, it's girly. You know, it's young smelling, it's frivolous, it's kind of giggly and like, again, designer celebrity kind of profile, but made exquisitely by Guerlain. This Iris Terrefi. Iris Terrefi I was impressed by. Problem is, do I want to pay those prices? No. No, I don't want to pay those prices. Sorry. Iris. I'm trying to find out when it came out. 2020. This one, to me, has got... It's like Iris Cendra by Naomi Goodsir, except not as interesting. You know? Big, concretely iris, maybe it's with like a little dash of spice instead of that violet that's in Iris Cendra, or even Iris by Hermes, which I think is a better perfume, it's a better composition. You know? This, somebody's trimming the hedge out the back. How rude. Sorry, just had to go and shut the window. Where was it? Yeah, this is one that's, again, it's good, but not good enough for the money. For me, in my opinion, they're very middle of the road, and for me, they're quite mediocre. Again, it's a lot better than a lot of the stuff that's out there at the minute, but it's not inspiring, and it's not inspiring me to put my hand in my pocket. You know? I see a lot of people who want these, and I don't necessarily think if you've got a large collection, they're worth it. You know? I think a lot of them are Guerlain collectors. And I'm not. I will continue to appreciate Guerlain, but I don't think I'll be investing in any of these. I have some of the new Guerlain parfums in, so I'll try them soon. Anyway, that is it, my friends. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.